Good evening from the studio in the Chattanooga Public Library on the second floor from Nashville. This is the man and the band, Oscar Lindsey.
How long have you guys been playing together?
In this configuration, well, okay, so he's my brother, so Levi, the guy, the drummer, the guy on the edge over there, we've been playing together our whole lives, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because we grew up together. We had a bunch of instruments laying around and stuff, and then me and Jackson, like 3 years,
Nice.
yeah, met in like a apartment somewhere at a shindig.
We were playing the Beatles. And
Yeah.
I loved the Beatles.
Bonded over the Beatles.
Yeah.
And then Levi was a new addition, and like, when was the first show we played? Like June, honestly. Yeah, but
I'm the newest member.
yeah,
Nice.
but we've been we've been playing in bands and stuff in Nashville since like high school and stuff. But yeah.
That's
Also,
what Beatles tune was it?
Just to clear it up really quick, there are two Levi's, so it might get a little
Yeah.
confusing.
Levi and Levi over
I'm
here,
I'm
right?
Levi too. I feel
Okay.
like.
Okay,
He's bass Levi and drum Levi.
Okay,
Yeah. But yeah.
What Beatles tune was it? I have to know.
Dude,
Do
I
you
think
remember?
there was like a party in an apartment, and he was playing "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
Yeah, it's like just not the vibe. But like,
But I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I like that.
yeah.
What a classic, you know?
Yeah. I love the Beatles.
So who would win in a street fight? Either Gallagher brother. Wait, let's say both Gallagher brothers.
Okay.
And versus Weezer. Who would win?
The
Gallagher
Gallagher
brothers.
brothers.
You think so? Really?
They have the fight in them.
That's a terrible
They're intense
No, it's
people.
cool.
Everyone's like, oh, guys, it's
Dude,
Yeah,
he would
he
just
would
hand
cower
them
in
their
fear.
lunch money, dude.
Yeah,
He
dude.
wouldn't even put up.
Okay,
Yeah.
one Gallagher brother of your choosing versus Weezer.
like
The whole
Weezer,
band?
Yeah, versus the whole band.
Well,
That drummer looks like he could do some damage.
Right?
Liam.
Yeah, I mean,
Liam, just sheer rage could probably take him out. I don't know, it'd be pretty close.
We're
I
still
think.
going with Oasis. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
What about two Weezers?
You would need two full Weezer
Yeah.
lineups to take on
Weezer's
one Gallagher.
Yeah.
What are some of your earliest influences? I guess I'll start with you, Oscar. Like, what's the first album you remember looking at and just being obsessed with, and like reading it front to back, knowing all the words to it?
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, like when I was like maybe like 8 to like 14, I didn't know what to listen to. Like I just didn't know what music was cool or like what I liked. And like I have two older brothers, Levi included, like he would just play like they would play like EDM, like Monster Cat and Skrillex, and I was like, this is music, this is what I like. And then I kind of just rocked with that for like years, and then I was like, it was definitely the Beatles. I was on a plane and they had the in-flight movie. I was probably like in 7th grade or 8th grade or something. The in-flight movie, one of them was 8 days a week, like a Beatles documentary.
Yeah.
And I like watched it and I was like, where has this been my whole life, dude?
That's
and then
rad.
and then it just like getting into the Beatles is like one of the best experiences in music. Just like discovering all this stuff. So probably like the Beatles One album, just the one with all the singles on it. That and like the White Album, I think.
Nice.
I just found it at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of those that it's like I would give anything to go back and like go through my first Beatles phase
Yeah.
again. You know,
Yeah.
it's such a magical time.
It is. It
I feel
really
like-
is.
And you have to be like 14 or
Yeah,
something. You know, like
yeah.
that's like the perfect time.
I think
for
like
that.
if you're 14 when you discover all of it, you'll love it for the rest of your life. Some people get put onto it too young, like their parents, and they're like, I hate the Beatles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. And speaking of, you said older brother. Are you guys 17 or 35? Like, I honestly, I could not tell, dude.
How old do you think we are? If you
Well,
had to
I
guess.
turning 22. I listened to that track
Okay,
today.
yeah,
so I feel
okay,
like
sick,
is
yeah.
that? Are you
I'm
22?
22. You're
Beautiful.
20.
14. I'm 21.
Okay.
2014.
I'm 24.
Okay. Nice.
No, I'm 22.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah,
That was a boring question. I just wanted
No,
to know.
no,
'cause
it's
I genuinely
important.
like didn't
Yeah.
I
know.
love talking about my age.
Dude.
Yeah.
And your parents.
Yeah.
Parents rock. Yeah.
So you guys are pretty young, but so Nashville's probably, I don't know, been blown up since you can remember.
Oh,
but like,
yeah.
what's the scene change been like since you guys have been playing music? Like, what's the difference now? And do you like the change?
Since we've been playing music, I mean, it just always has felt like it's like separated. Like there's like we're in like the DIY underground type thing, you know what I mean? And it's just separated completely. It's like that and then country world, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they overlap at some points, but it's usually like I haven't seen it change too much. I think the biggest thing is just like there's like 1,000 people our age coming there every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe around that. So it's like you just meet new people all the time. They're like new bands all the time, and like Nashville, I feel like is like a compromise between like LA, you know what I mean? And like instead of going to LA, people are like, I mean, Music City, Nashville, close enough, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Especially for people in the South. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I agree, man. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
Well put.
I mean, also we didn't really get into the scene until after the pandemic, so we
Yeah.
can't really talk
Yeah.
too much.
That's true.
I know there's some old heads who are like, the scene was so much better before the pandemic.
Yeah,
It's
well,
always gonna be.
It's
like
always
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people. That's how people are here too, and I mean, for good reason, because the California to Nashville to Chattanooga pipeline is totally real. So it's like
Yeah.
just since I've been around here, it's changed so much. But yeah, there's always that guy that's like in his mid-30s. It's like, oh, you missed the house shows, man. It was so cool. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a good scene, man.
It is, yeah. I think, and like quarantine was like the grind years for us. That's like
Yeah.
when like I really like. I mean, I guess I've been making music since I was like 16 probably, but like it was just bad. It was like not good. And then like quarantine, like figured out how to use GarageBand better, and just like I feel like at least because I was like 17, 18 when quarantine happened, like still in high school, so it was like just locked in on GarageBand.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Me and Oscar went to high school together.
we did.
Nice.
And
We weren't even like really like
yeah, we didn't
friends.
really like
Yeah.
know each other that well. But I feel like with like, and this is like the same for anyone. Quarantine kind of knocked everything out. So if you had, it was like one of the good things is if you had something you wanted to do, it just gave you a chance to
Yeah,
like
to,
actually
like, just-
get to it.
Yeah, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
can you say that?
No, you guys definitely. I don't know. Had a good hobby to do during that. If I wish I could go back and use that time productively, like.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I
it
was
was-
also like I also drank a lot. And, like played
It's like
I was
like
played
Fortnite.
Stardew Valley and drank 12 White Claws in one sitting, like that kind of stuff. But
recharging
Digital
disposable
footprint.
vapes with wires.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
You couldn't
it
go
got
to
no like yeah, it was. I made it sound cool. Like yeah, we just had time to lock in. It got grim.
Yeah.
But it was funny, I guess. Looking back, not funny, but like funny for me. I think I don't know, but yeah.
If you guys could open for any band, don't say something so obscure that I'm not gonna know. Like if it's gonna like a pretty mainstream band that's still touring, who would you pick to open for?
Alex. G.
I was like
G,
you.
yeah,
I know
Alex
what
G.
you-
I don't even think I know what that is.
Really?
What is that?
He's like our bread and butter. I guess
Yeah.
he's
He's like y'all's bread and
Yeah,
butter.
yeah.
yeah. It's like me and Bass
Bass
Levi.
Bass to Levi.
I'm not sure. I like Alex
Yeah,
G,
but, like,
but
we're,
like
like-
y'all are like
He's just like I like that or Mac DeMarco. I've liked Mac DeMarco like since I was like 16. He was kind of like the blueprint. I was like I want to do this kind of stuff because I do the same like like I play all the instruments on the songs and stuff
Yeah.
and do it all myself. And that was kind of inspiration for that, I guess. But either Mac DeMarco or Alex G. I think Alex G. is just like I connect with his stuff so much for some reason. I don't know.
Pavement's another one for
Yeah,
me.
Yeah, good call.
Can they be dead? I feel like a lot of the people I like are dead.
Yeah, let's open it up to
hypothetically.
dead,
I'd say
past
like
or present, whatever.
Elliott Smith maybe too.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Maybe Bach.
Yeah.
Beethoven type beat.
Yeah.
Elvis.
So drums, Levi. I feel like you have a different answer than the rest of the band. So what do you think, man?
like current band or artist. I would probably say The Garden.
Oh, that would
If
be
you-
sick.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks
They're
for
a
putting me
little,
on, guys.
they're a little more niche, but they're pretty big.
They're dope.
Yeah, they're
Sweet.
awesome. They're really, really cool live. He like plays drums, but like he is not like he's great at drumming, but he's not like a drummer. Like we were just like we had a drummer and then like just it quit whatever like and then like we were like, bro, we need somebody to play drums, and I was like, yo, Levi, you want to like give it a crack? And it just worked. Like he could just do it. So I don't know, but it's worked. And then now he's really cracked. Like we're really going, but yeah, it's sick.
You did it. You did the thing.
You made it
You
happen.
did
What
we
about
all wanted
you? Who would you open for?
Dude, I'm the interviewer here, dude.
Flipping it around.
If I could, let's stay on track here, fellas. Actually, let me think about that for a second. I mean, Billy Strings is rad. I feel like I would like to open for him,
be
but
cool.
how would you do with that? I wouldn't
you
be.
just get.
Should be better than going after him.
You're right.
Yeah, certainly. So I know you guys kind of just started and you're in the early phases. But what is a moment that made you guys realize, like, because I'm assuming you guys do this pretty much full time. Like, this is your thing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like
we got day
we
jobs.
have.
but,
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
word.
I don't have a job right now, but I just basically scrape by and make music all the time and play shows all the time. I have jobs here and I'll have like a job for like 3 months or like a week or like I've just worked like I've just done a lot of different stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, make music all the time.
Yeah, we just find time in
Yeah.
between like our schedules and
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, we're definitely like, it felt like this past year, like 2024 especially, like my music just gained a lot of traction out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, sick, and then I was like, okay, this is happening, maybe prioritize that, and then we just started playing all around.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much like we started playing live like in June, and now it's like so many things have changed, and like we've gotten so much better, and it's been just like 5 months,
Yeah.
4 months, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like stuff's moving really quick, which is cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I don't know, that's really admirable because I feel sometimes like, I wish I had that drive to like, why am I working a job? Why am I doing anything besides playing music? So
Yeah.
it's like that's really cool that you're just like, yeah, I'll get a job when I can.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's the music thing.
Yeah.
But,
I try. It's like I try to do that, but then at some points I'm like, it sucks to be really broke, but like, I don't know. It's cool. I mean, I took a little bit of a loan out to come on this tour with my with my oldest brother, but he has access to my Spotify banking info, so he can just rip it out of there.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
So was there a moment though that I guess it might not have happened yet, and I hope it does very soon because you guys kick ass, you guys rock.
Thank you.
Thanks,
But
man.
like, was there a moment that made you kind of realize like this is what I'm gonna do forever? I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. Like whether that be like a gig or like a nod from someone that you guys really like playing with or something.
I think for me it was probably like getting the gratification of like putting music out, and then like because I put music out to like literally just like a audience of 10 people for like 3 years, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, I was kind of like insane to just keep cracking at it, and then out of nowhere it was like boom, and like getting a lot of messages that were like, I love like being super nice, and I think that was like, I was like, okay. But I think maybe even younger it was just the Beatles, honestly. I'm like, I need
And
to
just
do this.
like I don't know, just being around music all the time too.
Yeah,
Just
'cause-
like where we
yeah.
grew up.
With our parents and
s-
stuff,
you know,
yeah.
that
Definitely,
stuff.
because we were like, our parents are songwriters, and like me and Levi's parents, and like we kind of just had like a kind of like blissfully unsupervised upbringing, like not in a bad way, but just had a bunch of instruments everywhere, and it was kind of like I never got taught how to play anything. I mean, like I play the drums like. I think it's called open hand drumming or something. It's like wrong, but it like works, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
not the jazz style.
yeah, kind of, but like
Not my tempo.
not quite my tempo. But yeah, I don't know. We just learned how to play everything by ourselves. It was like a very like trial and error approach to music, but it kind of worked out.
We just throw stuff at the wall and hope it sticks. Pretty
There
much.
you go.
That's the only way to do it. It sounds like. So it was pretty much just like decided from the get go. Like this is just what I'm doing. Like
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean, it was
much.
pretty like it was just kind of. I was like, I don't know what. I mean, like when I was a kid, I was like, I don't want to do music. Kind of, my parents do it, and then like, I was like, I came around to it, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And then I was like, what else am I gonna do? It's like even our
Yeah.
grandfather was a songwriter too, so
that's
it's like,
rad, really.
yeah, third gen, I guess.
Well, now I am gonna ask a parent's question. What's the deal? What are they like in the country music?
Yeah, they write.
scene?
Yeah, they write. Not anymore. They're kind of just like.
Moving
You heard
on.
of
They're
Morgan
moving on to
Wallen?
No.
moving on.
That's
No.
your dad?
That's my mom, actually.
They're just kind of moving on to different things.
Yeah, they're like, and they're. I'm not gonna say. I almost said they're older. They're not old. They would hate me saying that, but they're like, they've chilled out. They like went more of like the writing route, just like in general, like writing like screenplay kind of stuff or like a book or stuff like that. But they used to. I don't know. They used to write some pretty good songs back in the day. I like them.
Anything I've ever heard?
They had a hit for like Lone Star. Do you know that band?
It's not ringing.
Maybe
a
not. It's like
bell.
I don't know. It's like 90s country stuff.
Word.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
sick, dude.
Yeah, they're great.
Cool.
Dad does
Sam,
healthcare marketing.
what are we looking at in there, man? How much time we
And
got?
Jackson's dad does healthcare marketing.
It's lit.
That's what's
But he
Shout out
plays
Bob.
music too. But
He does,
you know, on
Sounds
that-
like I might be more on Bob's path, where I'll just have like a job and be like, but I still play. It's
Shout
fun.
out Bob.
Bob rocks, dude. He has an 80s cover band.
Yeah, the
It's
DeLoreans.
No way.
They're really good.
Dude, we've in Chattanooga we've had this band called what is it, like Uncle Betty or Aunt Betty or something, and they've been like an 80s cover band since the 80s.
Yeah.
And they only play like at this place called Bud Sports Bar, and you can still smoke cigarettes in there.
Oh,
and
man, we need to go
it's
there, dude.
they're rad. I like them.
That seems sick. Heck yeah.
Sam, how much time do we have, man?
15.
We got 15 minutes. Is that good?
Let's
Wanna-
keep
Well, let's
talking.
keep it going.
Yeah,
Let's keep it going. Let's
Do I
think
need to
of-
say this at some point?
Dude,
too?
go ahead and hit me with one. Your best shot.
You got it, dude.
This is Oscar Lindsey, and you're listening to WUTC 88.1 FM in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. We're
Makes
keeping
me think
the,
of a Disney intro.
What about then this one too?
Sure,
From
man.
Home base.
Hey.
Okay, wait.
Hey. We're Oscar. I can't say we're.
We're
Hey.
the-
Hey, we're. Okay. Hey, we're the Oscar Lindsey Band from Nashville, Tennessee, and we'll be on this week's episode of Live in the Library. Be sure to tune in on WUTC 88.1 FM to catch our live performance this Saturday at 8 p.m.
Sick, dude. And Exile tonight.
Yeah,
that's
and
exciting.
Exile tonight.
Have you played there or been there or anything?
Yeah, we played
Yeah,
there.
we played there
Nice.
Yeah, they actually owe us $250. Oh no! I don't care what
Not
air
out
them
of
out.
it, it's
They owe
fine.
us money, but it's funny. I don't really care anymore.
That's wild. No. That's a
Yeah,
bummer.
they're nice people though. I think management has also changed, so I don't know who. I think the person I was talking to was probably fired, so I don't know. But
Yeah, that's a huge
everyone
bummer,
was
man.
nice, but yeah, just got kind of lost in the emails there and never got it. But
Yeah, it'll happen like that. I hope hope you guys don't get burned there again.
Yeah,
I
I
would
hope
make
so,
sure that they
too.
pay up front
At
or
least we
something.
didn't get double booked.
yeah, we did get double booked on our show. We talked about that.
Yeah, tell us more about that. That's good interview
So
material.
we had we had a show last night in Nashville, and it got double booked. Like another band was just there, and they're like, "Yo, the cover's $20," and we were like, "Whoa!" Like somebody was there, and they're like, "Dude, no, I'm not paying that." And then we figured out that the person who booked the show got fired, and they just switched everything. And we were like, "Well," and then we were like scrambling in the car. We got to get a venue, and we were like calling people, and blah blah blah. And then we finally were just like, "Yo, do it at Levi's house," and we did like kind of like a not unplugged, but like tiny
It was
desk
like the
vibe.
tiniest desk.
Because we had to be really
Micro
quiet
desk.
because neighbors and stuff. But it ended up being great. It was a lot of fun.